and your delegation.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Her Excellency, Ms. Giorgia Meloni, President of the Council of Ministers of the Italian Republic, to deliver her remarks. Ma'am, the floor is yours.
Dunque, buon pomeriggio a tutti. Ovviamente non posso
Good evening to you all.
partire dal ringraziare.
Let me, first of all, thank Prime Minister Modi
tutta la nazione
and India as a whole for the wonderful welcome that has been given to us. And this is further evidence of our hospitality, which is known the world over. But this is a further evidence of the deep friendship that is uniting our respective countries, and we are celebrating 75th year of such relations. And this has also been proven by the fact that this is my first bilateral visit in this region ever since I took office. And we want to further boost this relation, and this is the reason why we have decided to turn our partnership in a strategic partnership, because we have a very solid relationship. Just let me mention the trade relation. Let me just mention that in terms of trade between Italy and India, we have reached the record figure of almost 15 billion euros, which we have almost, and in 2 years we have more than doubled this trade. But we firmly believe that we can do even more than that. We firmly believe that for instance, reinserting direct flights between India and Italy can facilitate trade and investments. And this is a strategic choice that we are making here, because, as you know, the Italian government has decided to project intense activism in the Mediterranean Sea. And when we talk about the enlarged Mediterranean, this means that it also includes this area, because the Mediterranean Sea is interconnected with the Indo-Pacific, and we want to further increase this interconnection. We have many similarities. We are two peninsulas. We are 2,000-old tradition, relatively younger states, regions which have hard fought for their independence, for their freedom. So I think that there are many elements which bring us close to each other for the preservation of identity, which is one of the basic conditions to preserve the rights of one's own people. So there's a lot to be working on together, starting from some sectors where we want to enhance our cooperation. Let me mention defense, which was mentioned by the Prime Minister, and energy security. India has set up major objectives in this connection. India wants to work in terms of energy coming from renewables, and I think this is a very smart decision, and this is a sector wherein we can cooperate, and we have full convergence on this. And then we have to mention digital transition. We are working on very important projects which are connecting our two respective countries on this. And then emerging technologies, cybersecurity, space. These are all strategic issues, sectors on which we want to work together, and I think that much more can be done.
Da questo punto di vista scelto,
We,
come ricordava il primo ministro,
as the Prime Minister was saying, we have decided to adhere to the Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative, and we have done so because we firmly believe that in an international scenario, which has to be based on rules of respect of sovereignty and territorial integrity, it is very important to guarantee stability and the vision of an Indo-Pacific which is open and respectful of the rules of sovereignty and of integrity of the nations. And this now brings me to another topic, the major shock that nations have been facing, the pandemics, and today the international crisis with the Russian aggression on the Ukraine, the impact on world security, the world order, which is based on rules, and food security, energy security, especially for more vulnerable countries. These are issues which become of the essence where now that India has the presidency of the G20, because I think that India can very well represent, in terms of even of leadership, represent the requirements of the countries of the global south. And we definitely do want to give a helping hand along this process to India. Prime Minister Modi knows very well Italy's position, which is giving full support to the territorial integrity of Ukraine, and we both hope that India, having the presidency of the G20, may play a central role in facilitating a negotiating process for the cessation of hostilities for a just peace. And I think that in the previous Bali G20 summit, it has been important to hold the multilateral community united, and we hope that the Indian presidency can do even more on this and further confirming our friendship. So Prime Minister Modi knows that he can rely on us, on our cooperation, full round support for the upcoming G20 Indian summit, G20 summit. They can rely on Italy, on our government, to further enhance our relations. I firmly believe that there's a lot that we can do together, and I'm not sure if this will lead me to the approval rate that the Prime Minister Modi has reached. I think he's the most loved one of all around the world. But I mean, this has really proven that he has been a major leader, and congratulations for that, Prime Minister.
This concludes the press statements. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Good afternoon.
Well, what a statement there by the Italian Prime Minister, saying that Prime Minister Modi is one of the most influential leaders in the world. In fact, her statement, if you carefully listen to that, that is Italy, hoping that the Prime Minister of India and India as a nation can play a huge role in negotiating peace in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia. A joint statement between India and Italy. Those are live pictures coming in as the Italian Prime Minister, along with Prime Minister Modi, delivering that joint statement, hoping that trade can get better between both countries, saying that India's G20 leadership can be put to best use if we play a role in ensuring there is peace in Ukraine and there is peace between Russia and Ukraine.